What up guys, it's Salvajee. We're back with another Destiny 2 video. So Luke Smith went on Twitter and he finally confirmed the recommended power levels for the Leviathan raid that of course we're going to be obtaining tomorrow. Let me post the picture actually. So he specifically said that the recommended power for the raid is going to be between 260 and 280. Now some of you newer Destiny 2 players might not really know what this is. Some of you newer Destiny players might say, oh, I'm 265, I'm good for this raid. But let me explain to you guys how this is going to go down. The first part of the raid, it's going to be 260. The second part of the raid is going to be 270. And the final boss of the raid is going to be 280. From my experience, when I was doing Axis in Wrath of the Machines, if you were 10 light below the actual requirement for Axis, enemies would actually take longer to get defeated. So if you guys are going for the perfect fire team to raid with, okay, I recommend that you guys run a fire team of 280 plus people. Okay, because by the time you get to the final boss, if of course you beat the first and middle boss, by the time you get to the final boss, everybody on the fire team is probably going to be at least 285 or maybe even 290, depending on how much loot you guys get, also depending if you guys have a fire team token. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, what am I going to be rocking with? Well, I never do the raid on the first day, okay, and if I do, it's because, you know, people have already put out some guides, or I basically have an idea of how to do the beginning part of the raid and all that stuff. But anyways, the point is, I'm just going to wait a couple of days. I'm probably going to start doing the raid by Friday, because by that time, everybody has already figured it out. And honestly, I don't go into raids blind because, of course, I go into raids to get loot, to get gear. Alright, I don't go into raids to get frustrated and, you know, do a boss for 5 hours until I figure out what it is that you need to do to destroy the boss, right? But anyways, enough of that. My fire team, I'm going to be forming it of 270 plus Guardians, okay? And the reason why I'm going with 270 plus, it's because, well, easily, that's, you know, most people, you know, that are playing Destiny 2, not religiously, but, you know, averagely can easily be 270 plus by, you know, this Friday, by this week's Friday, because of course the powerful gear from last week as well as this gear, they should have probably gotten it by Friday. And also another reason why I'm going with a fire team of 270 plus, it's because like that, you know, by the time we get to the final boss, if we get to the final boss, hopefully the raid isn't as hard as the Oryx one was. That one was just a pain. But anyways, by the time we get to the final boss, yeah, everybody should be around 275, hopefully even 280. So guys, that is pretty much it. That's what I got for you guys when it comes down to the Leviathan raid. If you guys want an extra tip, honestly, you know, I always do this on raids, but if my team is just not performing, I always try to find who's the player that's not performing and then I boot them. It might be the mean thing to do, but remember, you don't want to spend 8 hours doing a raid. I mean, if you, some people want to do that, but I don't want to do that. If I keep wiping over and over and over again, and I just see that somebody in the team is just not pulling in their weight, I just boot them. And honestly, I recommend that you guys do the same, because sometimes, you know, just changing that one person in the fire team can make a huge difference. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and of course, good luck on the raid if you guys are doing it tomorrow. And yeah, I hope you guys get some nice loot. Peace out and see you on the next one.